Hello.
What's going on, man? Crap.
Not a whole lot. And what?
I didn't start my backup recording. There we go.
Oh, I already have a backup recording.
Yeah, I gotta have a backup recording.
For now, you're hearing me on the Shure Beta 87A. I am not using the wireless mics that I said I was going to use last time. Mainly because I just didn't feel like resetting them up. But I'll tell you what. I will either drop in the public feed. Yes, I appreciate tip jar subscribers, but I think every once in a while we should mix it up for the public feed too. So I'll either drop a sample in the public feed or no. Next weekend I will record from the wireless mics. I am going to send them back though.
Okay.
After October. Probably. Ooh. Yeah, I have 60 days. Never mind. Yeah, I'm probably going to send them back because they're nice mics. They sound good. I'm happy with them, but it's a bit much for 2 events per year, roughly.
Yeah.
And
these 2 events aren't actually putting money directly in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I had more events putting money in my pocket, I would be happy with these be satisfied with these ones. I would be happy with. I've been looking into digital mics, man. They sound good, but their pricing is like double the cost of these ones.
Yeah. And you got like
the 1300
SM58.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. What do those look like? Are they like miniature versions of the SM7B? Or are they more handheld mics?
Oh, I've never seen the SM7B.
Didn't you have that mic at one point? You had that mic.
Nope.
What did you have?
I had this one, and then I had that. What's that one that every broadcaster gets?
The Heil?
Yes, I had that one that one's like a giant one. That's the one I was saying you could bash someone's head in with.
I thought that was the Shure SM7B.
Oh, maybe that is that one like.
I think that's what it was, is the one you had. Because the Heil, I think, is more like what we're using or what you're using now. Because my mic is a little weird shape. Yeah, I think you had the Shure SM7B. Because I remember saying to you that, like many people that try that mic, like it was a little muddy.
What's the mic that Shure had on the lower end that I'm probably getting it mixed up with, that was Lightning and then they switched to USB-C?
That would be the Shure
MV.
The MV?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I got mixed up with. So yes, I did have the
SM7B.
Whatever one. Yeah, SM7. So no, it doesn't look like that one. It looks like the Beta 87A, but thicker around the base. And there's where the switch is, there's a round button.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then on the bottom, it doesn't have XLR, but it just has a wireless transmitter that you can untwist the bottom from. And then there's 2 buttons on the inside of that compartment where you put the AA batteries. And that's what you use to pair it up with its receiver.
Okay. So these are actually built to be full-on wireless mics. They're not the ones where you can attach the transmitter.
No. These ones are direct wireless mics.
Because they make those too, where you can use your Beta 87A. Technically speaking, I'm not certain, but then you could just plug it, like you just attach the thing to the bottom, and then now it has a wireless transmitter, and you connect it to the receiver, and you're off to the races.
So you want to know my biggest problem with these mics isn't the price. It's I can get on eBay and find these mics for like $200.
Yeah, but
I don't know if they're legit mics.
But are they Chinese knockoffs or not?
Right.
I would almost consider looking for the transmitter attachments and then shopping around for either, because I think they make that mic as a standard XLR, but then there's also the the Beta 58 exists. And then honestly, like I'm trying to think of what was the mic I had. It wasn't a bad mic. It wasn't the greatest mic in the world, but it wasn't a bad mic for the cross. It was the Pile. It was a Pile mic. It sounded very much like the ATR. Like it wasn't an exact 1-to-1 match, but it was very close. And for an occasionally used mic, like I wouldn't use it as my primary mic for podcasting, but for an occasional mic for the uses that you're looking at probably maybe now $20 or maybe 30 because tariffs.
Yeah. So I will record next week. The other reason why I'm not recording is I untwisted my shock mount.
You broke.
For my Beta 87A because I wanted to twist on the shock mount for the SM58 because it came with 2 of those that you could twist onto a mic stand or a boom arm. And then I realized I don't know where my adapter thingy is. And
it needs the adapter.
Box? They didn't include an adapter in the mic box, and I don't know where my Rode mic box is because I think Rode came with an adapter, if I recall right.
I can't remember.
So
why don't you just take the one out of the bottom of your 87A's mount?
You can't. What do you mean? So
my Rode, I need an adapter for every mic clip that I put on here.
Okay. Huh. Now I'm going to have to look at that. I'm not going to do it while we're recording. But you're saying take out the adapter out of the clip.
Are you using the clip that came with the Beta 87A?
The
little holder?
I think so.
Like you just slide the mic into it and it's got like some ridges at the bottom of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the one that came with so you have to have an adapter in that particular piece because there's not, because that is I don't know the size. I'm going to get the sizes wrong, but the mount point for the Rode, boom arm, and most boom arms are honestly like this. You got to get that, whatever it is, 5/8 to 3/8 adapter, whatever it actually is. Because otherwise your mic clip is meant to go on a fatter end, like it would go on a tripod stand without a problem. But for these, so you have one in the bottom of that one. You probably just have not taken it out since you put it in. Much like mine.
It looks like there is one in here. Huh.
He just said he wasn't going to do it while we were recording. He just said this.
At least I muted it while I took the mic off the mic stand and was untwisting it. Like, you didn't even know until I said something.
I didn't know until you said something. But,
All right. So we'll play with that. I am not going to. I did, honestly, the thought of swapping mics in the middle of us recording did cross my mind. And I'm like, I'm not that crazy.
Okay, listener, you hear this. Let's see what happens in a few minutes. You might need a quarter or something to get that out of the bottom of that, though, to untwist it, like to start it loosening up.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. You'll need something to get that out because my fingernails can't do it. I don't got fingernails.
you no, and they get twisted in there pretty tight from you tightening it back up. So it's I generally always have to use like a quarter or something to get it started. And there may have been one on that mic stand that I sent you. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I know where that is. Maybe I'll look on that too.
Yeah, it's either on the mic stand or I think there was a clip. I can't remember if there was a clip that came with that or not, but I'm pretty sure there was an adapter because the ones I have, like I have enough for what I need, so I wouldn't have kept it like, oh, I should hold on to this because there's one in the bottom of my Earthworks mic that came with it. There's the one that came with the Shure. And I think that's probably it. And I probably got a couple other ones laying around because I bought a few over the years just because you lose those things and then you can't put your mic on the arm when you have rearranged your office. And then that's a sad day because I don't like holding my microphone.
So I've been playing with some stuff.
Well, good, because I was going to come to the show and tell you about a thing that I was going to play with in between the time I talked to you earlier today and the show. But yeah, that ain't happened because it's completely inaccessible. So I'll tell you about that later.
Oh, now I'm curious.
Well, actually, I'll tell you about it now.
Okay.
I was listening to Intelligent Machines episode for this week that just passed. And they had a lady on that used to work, her and two other people left Google's Notebook LM team and started a new company. And the product that they have released is called, Mike's getting a phone call.
I am. All right. That should avoid it.
And the product that they have released, they call it, they pronounce it Hux, but it's spelled Huxe. And what it is so it's basically what me and you were talking about earlier today. So it allows you to add different sources. They have a couple of starter sources, they say, but it allows you to add sources such as URLs to websites, an RSS feed. You can connect it to your email and your calendar. And what you get is a generated voice. They're not saying what they're using, but they did say that they are using, the API of some company. So more than likely 11 Labs. They said they're not married to Google stuff, so I don't know what they're using, but generates voices, or you have generated voices, and you can pick from a couple of voices, a few different voices for who your pair is going to be. And they're basically giving you a summary of your sections. And like they have so if you connect it to your email and calendar, for example, you get a morning briefing. And that will summarize your emails. And you can ask it questions, kind of like you can with Notebook LM now, if you upload a document to LM and query it while it's giving you a podcast or a radio show about it, your content. So it sounded cool. I was like, oh, that would be cool. That might actually get me through some of my RSS feeds more frequently than I managed to get to them, and allow me to dig deeper on stuff that I want to know more about, and then just kind of, okay, I just got a little, update about that thing or whatever, and keep moving. So I download the app, and right now it's free. I download the app, and I, open it up, and I sign in with my Apple account, because that was you had Google or Apple, and I was like, well, we'll go with Apple because I don't know.
Yeah.
And I go through the entire setup process was cool. Like I skipped past connecting my email and my calendar and all of that, but I did add, I did go through and select categories that I was interested in, check those boxes and hit next. And then apparently my assumption is at this point, we're going to get to a screen to where it's going to generate me a show and I can listen to this. And yep, there's nothing on that screen appearing to voiceover. So there's not even the flick. It's like that whole thing where an app just freezes. And like you're trying to swipe through it, but if you mess around and get your finger up on the status bar, like you're never going to get back in the app.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those. So I don't know if it just froze or if I didn't wait. I tried a couple of times. Like I quit it off the app switcher, relaunched it, and nothing came up to indicate like there was nothing on the screen. Like I feel like even if you're generating this, show or station or whatever, like there should be something on the screen to be read by voiceover. There was nothing. So I don't have anything to report about that app other than it sounded interesting.
Screen recognition, did you try that at all?
I didn't.
Okay. I mean, you shouldn't have to, but it'd be interesting if maybe there was just some like maybe it's the terms of service that you have to agree to, and then the rest of it's accessible. It's kind of frustrating, but
yeah, that's really how I want you to do it. It's like, oh, I can't read your terms and conditions. Okay,
right. I'm going to be willing to keep using this app if I can't read those TOS.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, we'll have to experiment, and maybe I'll go play with it a little bit or something. Is it mobile only?
Yeah, at the moment it's mobile only.
Okay.
They do also have an Android version. I have not went and searched that out. Also, I was signed into it. I think they have an Android version. I might be mixing it up with something else I heard about. Don't quote me on that. If you look for it in Android and you don't find it, It's because it doesn't exist. But I feel like they have an Android app because I feel like Leo was like, it seems like the iOS app, like they're not quite in lockstep with features as of yet. But again, I could be mixing it up with something else. But yeah, I'll play with it. They have plans to make a website, they say at some point. I honestly think they're just building something. They're going to try to sell it back to Google or something, but I could be wrong. But it's free at the moment. They're just trying to figure out how people are going to use it and all of that. And they got funding. So, it's that whole sort of deal. So it could be around for a long time and they start charging a subscription, or it could get sold to Google. Who knows?
Have you been playing or using Lere lately?
That's what I was looking at feeds at today when I sent you that link.
Okay. Which link? Because you sent me a couple. Oh.
Did I?
I think you did. That one article.
Yeah, that one article was kind of that one article. Jeez.
Yeah. So have they implemented Apple Intelligence? Because someone made an offhanded comment that in Lere you can now use Apple Intelligence to summarize stories for you, and I have not downloaded it again.
So I did notice, and I got to go through settings, but I did notice when I triple tapped on an article, because I was trying to do the whole mark all above where I'm at right now is red, so it could clean up my article list.
That's the thing.
And the first option there was summarize. So it would have been summarizing the article that I was currently focused on. I did not tap it to see what it did, but so I'm assuming, yes, they have added some sort of summarization from Apple Intelligence there. Would be curious to see if I could grab a bunch of articles and maybe have it somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that because I was just trying to go through some feeds and then I landed on a bunch of crap today. So I was like, I don't know. Stay out of here.
The other article you sent me was from Harper.
Oh, yeah, that one. We gave them Twitter and now they want Lamborghinis. Yeah.
I haven't read that one, but I'm like, I knew he sent me two. I read the second one, but
yeah, you should read the first one.
I'll have to go read this one.
You should read the first one. The first one is funny. It's interesting what they did, but when you get down to the AI posts, it's funny.
So AI and I have been playing around, specifically with ChatGPT. I sent you something today that was a Python script that took me half hour to write up with ChatGPT, half hour, 45 minutes. You will get errors. It's not perfect, but it's not perfect because apparently PySide 6 and macOS 20. Well, you might not. Did you update to 26?
I did.
Okay.
So you'll get errors. What they did to Safari. It looks horrible.
But I wrote this in, I didn't write it. I chatted with ChatGPT to craft this, and I did it all within the ChatGPT window. I didn't use GitHub Copilot or anything like that. And it came together and it solved a problem. It's interesting you mentioned something with voices because I want to demonstrate 30 seconds of 4 voices. So you've heard most of these already, but I want to demonstrate for people where we are, which it's very cheap to create content now, audio now, and we thought things were bad in the past. Give this a listen.
This is a preview of the Despina voice using Gemini 2.5 Pro preview.
So you heard that one, right?
Yep.
With the accent and everything.
Yep.
If I heard that in the wild, I would just think it was someone I was calling that was abroad or wasn't a native English speaking person.
Abroad.
Wow.
This is a preview of the Calero voice using Gemini 2.5 Pro preview.
That's pretty damn clear.
That is, if you speed her up just a tad bit,
yep.
Because so the voice is really good. But what I noticed with that one, and again, you could get me if I called in. I mean, I might be a little suspicious just because of the times we live in. But the only thing about her, and there was another one that you sent me to where like The voice was good.
I'll play that one next.
But the syntax was just a little off in the way they spoke. Like the rhythm wasn't quite right. So it's like you need to tweak the speed a bit.
So Mallory said she could handle this one. I'm going to play it for a couple of seconds. But she said she could handle this one if she spoke a little faster.
Summary of proposed changes. Clarifies where dues are paid and aligns wording between the Constitution and bylaws.
So she breathes.
Her
breathing
breath
is very loud.
Yeah.
Very loud. But this one also has mouth smacks. I'm not going to play through it, but there are mouth smacks with this one.
Summary of proposed changes. Clarifies where dues are paid and aligns wording between the Constitution and bylaws.
See, where dues are paid, did you hear him breathe through his nose?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's scary times. But anyways, ChatGPT built a Python script using PySide 6, which apparently has issues on macOS 26, and it will occasionally crash when you're trying to do a couple of things at once. But the dropdowns are fully accessible in that program that I sent you, that Python script. And then it will ask you need to install pip3 install PySide 6 and Keyring. I don't know if you've used Keyring at all or not. If you don't have that installed, that will allow you to add your credentials, your API key for Google AI Studio to your keychain. And then when you relaunch it, it'll ask if you want to use the keychain or use the one holding your Apple keychain or not. So I put that together, and now I can drop it. I think the last two audios that I sent, each of them were 6 minutes long of generated content, and it cost me it would have cost me 2.8 cents to generate those, which really isn't that bad. In the scheme of things, I think it could add up pretty fast, but the quality is kind of impressive because I could listen to those, read audio, speed them up a little bit, but read audiobooks. And when I was doing some research, I bet if I shouldn't bet. I'll see if I can get it together here in a couple of moments while we're talking about something else and ask her to speak. How would you describe the tone you want this one?
Summary of proposed changes.
Or even this one.
This is a preview of the Calero voice used.
How would you describe the tone that you would, or the speed that you'd want them? Because I think we can just use natural language in the prompt that we're sending it. So we could say, speak in a faster tone, maybe, and then give it the text.
How would I phrase that?
This is the problem we have with AI now.
Speak with a faster cadence. Cadence, I don't know how to spell cadence. I just know how to pronounce it.
I'll ask Google.
speak a little faster, or speak more in a conversational rate of speech.
I'm going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to do this live and see what we can come up with. And I'm going to tell ChatGPT, generate a prompt that I can use with Google AI TTS to encourage the TTS to speak faster and more upbeat prior to the text. Search the Google AI documentation to generate an accurate prompt. All right, now we're going to go put AI to work, and I will work on the... Holy, it already is back. Here's a sample prompt. Okay. Speak this in a bright, energetic, upbeat tone, faster than your normal pace. Not rushed, but lively. Huh. Okay, we'll try that. So while I'm trying that, what's new with you?
Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. This world, reading the news is not a good thing to do. It can be very depressing. I don't know what is new with me. I'm upgraded to Mac OS 26. Did you run Brew? That's what I meant to ask you. Did you run Brew Upgrade?
No.
Yeah, that might fix your problem.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just running it right
that.
now because I hadn't actually even been out here to really do too much in terminal, so I hadn't done it either. But it is updating. Well, now it's updating. It's finished updating Brew, so I guess we're good because Homebrew didn't throw an error. So yeah, Brew update. I think we'll just update Brew. Yeah, looking at yeah, see, I did Brew upgrade, so that is upgrading everything, which I probably needed because MySQL probably needed to be upgraded so it wasn't using the bottle for whatever the previous version of this was. Ventura, that's not right. I upgraded my MacBook Pro to macOS 26.0.1. So this is like 3 months at least before my computer should be upgraded. But it's because I figured out how to make the screen share to a Mac work. And it is amazing. It is great. Like it is really good. And I even figured out a solution that I need to implement on how to connect to my same computer from outside of my network, using Tailscale. Cause I'll just, be inside the network with Tailscale. I'm like, yeah, I want to connect to that computer. But yeah, it's nice. I even figured out how to fix a little issue that we were running into where you couldn't accept the
Oh, you did figure that out?
Yep. So what I did, so the problem that we were having, so I can connect to my computer here, the Mac Mini from my computer, because I'm just signing in as me. But if you're sending a invite to somebody, a request to somebody else to connect to their computer, they're going to get a notification on their end, and it's going to say, whomever is trying to, send a screen share request. And I'm not sure if this what you did, so this could be something they fixed in the 0.01 update, or it could just be that you did the exact same thing that I was doing. So my natural inclination when I get a notification like that should have buttons, in the notification for me to do something with, is I interact with the notification itself.
Okay.
Well, the only button there was close. So then I tried, well, let me hit, VO command space to bring up the actions menu. Right. And you don't see an option that says, approve or allow or anything like that. Right. But you've already made I'm not going to say the mistake, but you've already gone around what you shouldn't have done, which is interacted with the notification. If you start from the top level and hit the actions, you get an option you get a whole list of options. There's allow, there's block this person, there's decline, all of that sort of stuff. The stuff you would expect to see to accept or decline that request.
Okay.
And then if you hit accept, then that person connects to your computer and they can control it just like they were sitting at your desk. It is super fast.
Yeah.
Now
that's good.
Fair enough for me, and I do need to test it, remotely, like at a distance, but on my internal network, like there was no lag, there was no anything. Like it literally felt like I was sitting at that computer, which is
Can you do
not
unattended?
That is if you're signing into an account. So that's where Tailscale has to come in for me, because right now I don't know another way to do this, because if I'm outside of my network, and so what I did is I connected to my hotspot and then tried to connect to the computer. And of course, the local, address name of my computer doesn't work because I'm not on that same local network. So it's like, nope, can't find that. Typing in my Apple ID, even though it's the same Apple ID I'm signed in with here on this computer, was like, we're waiting for, Damashe to respond. But I can't respond because it's me. Like, why don't you just let me in? Right. There may be a way to resolve that so that you can connect from outside your network. But my temporary solution for now, and it may just end up being the solution, is to use Tailscale, because I have Tailscale already running on that Mac Mini. I just don't have it on my MacBook Pro. Put it on there, join the same Telnet, and then I should be able to connect to it using the IP address given by Tailscale, because, for Tailscale, it's like you're on the same network, and just use my username and password to log into that computer instead of trying to connect like I'm sending a request. The other solution that I could come up with for that I'm not going to do, because Tailscale's simpler, and Tailscale also will solve other, will have other benefits going forward. As well, having that set up and configured properly, is I could punch a hole through my firewall and do all of that, and then, go to my external IP address / whatever, blah, 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 but I'm not doing that.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, I got to show you this in a moment. I'm loading it into Farrago right now. But did you listen to the audios that I sent you about the bylaws?
Yep, I listened to every one you sent me.
Okay, and you listened to them all the way through, right?
Yep.
Well, maybe not all the way through, but
yeah, no, I listened to them all the way through.
Okay, so
because the one lady, the one that you said, Mallory said she could deal with that one if she spoke a little faster. She's one of the ones where her speech pattern didn't quite match when she got ready to say Constitution or something. There was a pause that shouldn't have been there or something somewhere in that.
So I took up through. So I added that prompt at the beginning that I read to you guys a few moments ago. And then I took the first couple of moments of that, I would say the first 3 paragraphs of that document that I sent, because it was the same document, right? I'm going to play about to where I kept it, and then I'm going to stop it, and then I'll play for you what it ended up with, and you'll see why I kind of laughed.
Summary of proposed changes. Clarifies where dues are paid and aligns wording between the Constitution and bylaws. Establishes a clear process for setting the annual meeting, convention, date, and location, including provisions for multi-year site contracts. Updates agenda procedures to allow members to submit items in advance and clarify who sets agendas for meetings. Expands the immediate past president's duties to include an advisory role to the board and president. Amendment 2025-01. Do.
So, first of all, did you hear his mouse smack there?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's really breathing through his nose.
Here's what I got for that section. And I will admit, I did play a little bit more, or I did give it the 2025-01 data. But this is what I got with that same exact text.
Summary of proposed changes, or as the summary of proposed changes and Amendment 2025-01, get past the initial heady information to the nuts and bolts, which are the actual proposed changes. Here, it's great that the updated Constitution and bylaws have been consistently formatted and headed. I would have wanted to also copy the proposed changes, but now you have options on how to present this total.
What?
Okay. Was any of this in the document at all?
No.
Are these notes that you made to yourself about something?
No.
So I think she's pissed that you changed the document on her, man. I don't know. I think you. Oh man, what did you do, Mike?
I'm very concerned now. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to use AI for text to speech, please listen to your AI to make sure that it's not making stuff up.
Oh man, no, it really sounds like she has a problem. Like she, or
get to the nuts and bolts.
What I really need to do, it's like, what? Okay, play that one more time. Just one more time.
All right, we'll play it one more time.
Summary of proposed changes, or as the summary of proposed changes and Amendment 2025-01, get past the initial heady information to the nuts and bolts, which are the actual proposed changes. Here, it's great that the updated Constitution and bylaws have been consistently formatted and headed. I would have wanted to also copy the proposed changes, but now you have options on how to present this total.
Yeah, she sounds a little pissed about the fact that, she wanted to just copy and paste it, but now you have options about how to present this total.
Oh, Anyways, that kind of creeps me out a little bit. I don't know if I want to use this anymore.
Here's
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. Outside of it not reading the right text, the voice was really good.
Right?
But I think you moved something around on her in that file, Mike. She's not happy with you.
None of that is in there. Like,
was any of this in your prompt? Like, get to the nuts and bolts of it, or anything like?
no.
Huh, that's really weird. That is really, really weird. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I was shocked by it. But the voice quality.
Yeah, the voice quality was great. Like I would use that voice right there for several things if she didn't go off half cocked and say what she wanted to say.
Yeah.
I would have liked to just copy and paste the amendment, but now yeah, that's interesting.
So we'll see if Michael continues to use this tool. But I don't understand. Like, my brain is broken. A lot of times I can come up with something, but to me, I wonder if it's just like, I'm done. You've had me read the same damn thing multiple times today.
Oh man! So was that one of the original voices that you used, and you just, or was that a different? Because she sounded slightly different.
That is a different one, because that was...
This is a preview of the...
No, wait a minute.
Summary of proposed changes.
Hold on.
Summary of proposed changes. Or, as the summary of proposed changes.
Wait, it could be
think
the
that
same as
one
the last
and-
chick.
Summary of proposed changes.
Those aren't the
Clarifies
same, are
No,
where
because she
dues
has
are-
a little bit of kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of a
I get it.
nasaliness to the...
More
to the-
nasally. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a preview of the Calero voice
Yeah,
using
that might be
Gemini
that one.
2.5 Pro preview.
It is. I just looked in the other one.
Summary of proposed changes. Or, as the summary of...
They don't sound exactly the same,
No,
though,
they sound
either.
like a blend almost of the two. Because
They
listen to that one again. There's a little nasaliness that comes in, but her
This is a preview of the Calero voice using Gemini 2.5 Pro preview.
She does when she said Gemini. And then if you play this,
Summary of proposed changes.
she's more bright.
Clarifies where dues...
And then if you do,
Summary of proposed changes.
it is. It's kind of
Or
like both of them.
yeah, it's like a blend of the two of them.
That's eerie.
Yeah.
But there's none of this one.
This is a preview of the Despina voice using Gemini 2.5 Pro preview.
Now that one, we have to hear her read something else, but that one, like you said, if I called somewhere and that's what I got, you might get me for a bit until it tripped over itself and said, well, I only answered this call because they told me to, but I don't really know how to route you to any of these people. And, I don't know what to do about your total balance. What? Huh? Wait a minute, lady. What? Man, that's crazy. I thought we had you sent an email to the address. I thought we had a new email from a listener.
But it was me.
Yeah. Oh, this is the email you forwarded me up from last. Okay, never mind. I just didn't look at it when you sent it last week. The email that you forwarded from whatever AI generated. Here's a great guest for your show.
Ah,
Yeah, I just saw it, but I saw there was an increase in the number on the mailbox for technically working. I was like, oh, we got listener email. Like, nope, it was somebody telling us that somebody would make a great guest on our show who doesn't fit at all.
right.
The show they describe is not our show. I don't know what they're listening to. I have been delving into some gravity form stuff. Gravity Kit and Gravity Wiz. So there's a lot that's been happening since I've been gone. Gravity Wiz has this. You told me about this API thing that they have. What is it? API connector or something like that?
Yeah. Gravity.
Oh, wait. I was going to try to find it in my email, but I did not see it in my email. I saw that in my RSS feed because I have that email go to a newsletter address for feed bidding. So yeah, I can't find it right quick. Yeah, you can connect to all these different APIs, and they got like Airtable and yada yada and yada yada. And there's like, oh, you can connect to any API, and I was like, oh. And I looked at a few more add-ons that they've added in, and I looked at some Gravity Kit stuff that they've been doing, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, the thing I need to build. We're gonna give this thing a name so I can stop just saying this thing because I'm building a bunch of crap all the time now. So this project that I'm working on for spirals, I'm going to call it Project Pioneer. That's what we'll call it. It's like, oh, I think I can build the majority of what I need with gravity forms and probably some code snippets, with gravity forms and it occurred to me when I was looking at like the information about the API. Plus, like, Mike told me about this, but I didn't know it was like that. And I was like, oh, so I guess it is true. Gravity forms can solve all your problems. Most of the time.
It can.
Because I was like, oh, this is going to be so using the inventory plugin and the calculation plugin. I will be able to more quickly than I anticipated fix up inventory tracking. Which is a part of the product. It's like, oh, just punch the numbers in and then, if stuff sells out, it'll update itself, hopefully. So yeah, this is, I'm looking at the gravity forms and then I looked at what is this new plugin suite they got, the gravity something that Gravity Wiz has. Let me go see. Cause I was looking at that and I was like, oh man, I don't need to buy another one of these things.
No.
GravityWiz.com.
They're expensive, man. Someone made a comment the other day about how, you can kind of the comment you've made, you can easily get into $1,000 to $2,000 a year just with Gravity Forms add-ons. And I responded and said, yeah, that's good. Oh, it was Doug that I was talking to about it. I'm like, yeah, that's good because really if you're spending that money, you should be making that money back. And he's like, yeah, but what about people like me who don't want to build websites, but could use those tools to make some cool things happen for his personal site. And yeah.
You come and talk to me is what you do. And we work something out. That's what you do.
Yes.
But yeah,
it's true. You can easily spend a lot of money.
I mean, man, we're just with the two that renew now, we're at, $600 basically. I don't have to pay for Gravity Kit anymore because I paid for that. I mean, I'm still paying for it in a way because there's a credit line being run, so I ain't making no money. But I got a plug-in lifetime license that I wouldn't have been able to purchase at the time, and they no longer offer those. So I'm happy with that, and I'm continually getting updates and new stuff. If I were to throw in this, like Gravity Flow is something that could be used, but I don't think it's super necessary. And honestly, for most of what I would need out of Gravity Flow, like I could figure out a different way to do it because I don't have that type of organization. But that's another $300 to $500 because I don't remember exactly what the top tier license is. The thing that kind of somewhat annoys me with some of the pricing structures that have been set for some of the Gravity Forms add-ons, it's not that they're not worth the money. It is, and I think Gravity Wiz may do this the best, because you get to kind of pick, let's say if you're on the plan that lets you only have 3 perks, like that may be 3 perks for, one site. I can't remember how many sites it is, but you get to pick, but you get to pick those 3. Now, once you've installed those 3 on the site, that's all you get on that site is those 3, but you get to pick those 3. Gravity Forms, on the other hand, is annoying to me as a direct purchase because if you go with the cheaper license as a single site owner, like somebody in Doug's position, I might only need Gravity Forms, the Stripe add-on or the Square add-on. And, you know, I don't know, maybe the SMTP plugin for, you know, ensuring I got high quality mail, although I would use an entirely different plugin that just snatches WP mail's function, and not have a specific thing set aside for gravity forms. But that's me. But I can't get Stripe on that level because it is tied to a specific level where you get to get certain add-ons. And like that to me is a bad structure to use, because and again, the guy that, you know, founded Gravity Wiz, or a co-founder of Gravity Wiz, is an original developer of Gravity Forms. So if he went over here with his team for Gravity Wiz and figured out how, okay, you bought a license that gives you 3 perks. When you install that third one on that site, you're done. You cannot install another one unless you uninstall one. But you get to pick what you want. And what is the one plugin from Gravity Wiz from Gravity Perks that you will probably always put on a site? Maybe not every single site, but I would say the majority. What is one that you would absolutely want?
Populate anything?
There you go. Now, up under the Gravity Forms model, you wouldn't get that unless you spent $300 probably.
Yeah.
For the pro license. But with Gravity Perks, you get that plugin, and that is one of the most powerful add-on that they have, right? And I would literally pay more money to go up to a level to get that, because it works so well and it does so much, and it is for the most part, a no-code solution to solving a ton of problems that people have wanted on their website, where it was like, this is very simple, it's straightforward, I can make it work, and I can coach the person that needs to do the styling on things, on how you are going to address the gravity form fields to do, etc., yada, yada, blah, 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 right? And plus, I'm not mucking around in somebody's database in a PHP admin because they're hosted on DreamHost or something stupid like that. PHP my admin. There's a vulnerable piece of software if you ever seen. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong. I shouldn't do that. Shout out to cPanel too, though.
Feedback at technicallyworking.show if you want to sponsor a cPanel.
Yeah. Probably not, though.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not, though. I probably wouldn't take them as a sponsor, honestly. Spin Up
Their
WP.
software's so bloated.
Yeah, Spin Up WP if you guys want to reach out and sponsor the show, though. You know, feedback at technicallyworking.show. Gravity Forms, Gravity Wiz, Gravity Kit.
Gravity, almost anything. Almost anything.
Now, listen, there's some sketchy Gravity Forms add-ons out there in the world. Like, they're not endorsed, to be fair, they're not endorsed off of the Gravity Forms website in most cases, but you can find them. And I'm not sure you want to go with them. I have found a couple of decent ones on Code Canyon.
Yeah.
There's that Gravity membership.
I've seen a few that I haven't pulled the trigger on, but I'm like, Did you see that Gravity Wiz now has a booking?
Yes, and I also saw it was in Perks because I was afraid it was going to go into that other suite of stuff they're building with the Shopify, not the Shopify, the WooCommerce thing. And I was like, oh man, don't do this to me because this is what I've been needing. And wait, it's a part of Perks. Yeah, all right.
It's in your spell book.
Yeah. I was like, all right. That will solve a problem too. I do need to reach out to them before they get too far while they're still kind of in alpha or beta or whatever. They're like, hey, listen, can you please make it so that you can just use regular CalDAV to link to a calendar too?
There you go.
Not just to Google, please. Because some people want that, or some people would need that, because they may not be using Google. Right. And you don't want to, and listen, I've counseled people against this and I refuse to do it. Like, I will do it for a client under protest, but I refuse to do it myself. But if I'm not using Google, I don't think it's even worth going out to get a free Gmail or free Google account, because you don't have to have Gmail, because it's not going to have your domain tied to your calendar. Right. And when the emails come in, which, you know, I need to look at their plugin, they may actually, you know, allow you to hijack the emails and send them yourself instead of them coming from your calendar. But it's not going to match. And that's not a good look. Your domain should be your domain. Speaking of which, I need to renew technicallyworking.show so that feedback at technicallyworking.show will continue to function.
I'm going to be done with this, but I have to show you this. I was playing with voices just a minute ago. And this will be the last one that I'm going to show you, though. This voice turned into something different.
This is a preview of the Despina voice using Gemini 2.5 Pro preview.
So that
sounds like what is that voicing company? Is it it's either Nuance or the other one? Yeah, they have a voice that sounds very much like that one.
They do. I can't remember her name, but this is the same voice. To me, the quick sample I heard in my headphones did not sound the same.
Hey there. You've reached Bedrock Innovations, where your digital dreams get the foundation they deserve.
That's not the same voice.
Want blazing fast WordPress hosting? Press 1. Need a hero for your technical support? Press 2. Curious about website design or creative services?
Hang up.
Press 3. Want to talk to a real human who knows their stuff? Press 0. Thanks for calling Bedrock Innovations.
Wait, so who are you going to get if you press the other numbers?
We keep your ideas rock solid.
We keep your ideas rock solid. What was that?
I said, so what's going to happen if you press the other numbers? If you're going to get a real human if you press 0? Like, who you get?
You're going to get an AI if you press any of those other numbers.
Like, what's going on there? Yeah, she's a little too.
That cadence wasn't bad for an IVR.
The cadence was good. The only thing I don't like about that voice, she's a little too bright and upbeat for me. I'm like, will you please pipe down? Jesus, man, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
And she lost her accent.
Man, there's no accent. Like, there's none. It
none
is
at
gone.
all.
That is an entirely different voice.
So what we have learned is either the program that ChatGPT wrote for me.
So what was your prompt for that one, though?
My prompt was I just pasted in
the text.
The text, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you didn't like try to adjust the voice rate or anything. You just pasted into. Gee, man, that is really weird.
Yeah. So
you should go to Perplexity, right, and paste in your script or upload your script and say, hey, look at this and tell me what it does.
I should. Because I wonder if it's just randomly picking voices.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's why I said go ask it what is it doing. Or maybe even ask Gemini. One of the two of those. Hey, Gemini, I seem to get random voices. Actually, just ask it what it's doing first so you can see if it's doing what you expect it to do. And then if everything aligns there, and be like, well, so what I'm experiencing is this, though. Whenever I send new text, I get a different voice, which is unexpected behavior. Can you please fix it?
Right. Please fix it and tell me why it's doing this.
Tell me why it's doing. Yeah,
I am interested though because I wonder. The program's not designed for this, but I wonder if I could have it generate images or like what all you can generate because it's the same API key to access all Gemini 2.5 models.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder if it's just randomly picking a voice. No, that sounds like what's going on. Because there's
this
no
episode's title is Fun with Voices. What do we... So we're going to record on the 11th.
Is that right? Are you sure?
Yep, that's Saturday.
Are you certain?
Yeah, because it's my anniversary.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 7 plus 3 is 10, so yeah, the 11th. Oh, yeah, because you got married on 10, 11, 12.
Well, I was supposed to. Ended up getting married 10, 11, 13, but...
Well,
because Mom died in September of 12.
That's right. I remember you telling me that now. And I think I have your anniversary on your contact card anyway. So I'm not going to ever remember it until it comes up. I'm like, oh, yeah. But when it comes up, I'll get a notification from Card Hop. I'm like, oh, I should text Mike and Mallory and tell them happy anniversary.
So we'll record then. And then that following weekend, I'm gone.
So we're going to drop in the first portion of a show there. Going to try to get friend of the show on before she also goes on a cruise, Amanda Hill, and have a chat with her. I had an interesting catch up with her yesterday at the time of recording, and she's got things going on. She's making some moves. She's got an interesting Well, we'll let her talk about it because I'm probably going to butcher it if I try to explain it. But yeah, I'm going to try to get her on because she does have a decent mic. She compliments us so well on our sound because apparently our show sounds great. Audio quality is, especially if I stay on the mic, it is really excellent. She also noticed that you're recording from a different location than DM series because that's the last time she listened to us. It's like, yep, Mike is in a different location. I said, also, I have changed microphones since then too. Like we used to be on the exact same mic and now we're not.
Right.
I keep trying to convince Mike to subtly convince Mike to buy this same microphone that I'm using, but he's not.
I'm not buying that one.
He's not going for it. Because then he could just buy one of these wireless kits and he'd have a Beta 87A and then like a Beta 58A maybe or SM58 to, go along with his wireless kit when he needs to move around. And he has a backup mic that is great when he's traveling because the USB port on his other mic is busted, so he can't use that. But he's not buying it, so.
I should really throw that Q2U away because I plugged in XLR the other day and it sounded horrible.
I did the same thing.
I may have forgotten to turn phantom power off too. I don't know.
Yeah, that might have had something to do with it. Could have, depending on how it sounded. But yeah.
Earlier today, I jumped into Zoom room and I'm like, why can't people hear me? And I switched to the MacBook microphone. Then I closed the Zoom room when I was done. I'm like, oh, I had phantom power off because I had the wireless mic hooked up here last. So that
is one of those things that you're so used to it just working that will be the last thing you will check. Until you'll be like, is the microphone broken? Like crap, right? Is it the cable? And then something will just click and you're like, dummy. Bloop.
Yep,
oh, look, everything works. Yeah, I've been there. I've literally switched to a USB mic at one point because I was like, oh, this ain't working. I don't know what's going on with it. After it was over, it's like, oh, dummy.
You do have access to the podcast still on Pinecast, right?
Let me double check that and make sure.
While he's double checking that, I want to thank all of the new listeners. Really appreciate it. That number has kind of gone up a bit, so appreciate everyone checking out the show. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll try to stick around an hour. It often leaks into an hour and a half, so just be aware of that. We don't have strict time frames, but and then also Damashe nor myself nor anyone at Technically Working, which is just us and the random voices we hear in AI, none of us condone spending money that you don't have. I just want to say that because someone made a comment last week to me. She said, I listened to a podcast you were on. And I said, oh, okay. And she goes, and it wasn't Double Tap. I'm like, oh, well, thanks for listening. What show was it on? Because I haven't been on it in a while. She goes, you made me want to spend some money. Like, oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, what? I asked again what show it was. And she said Technically Working. And she wanted to spend money on the DJI wireless Juco mics, which in post-production, those mics sounded pretty darn good. I'm happy with that.
I should actually go listen to that. I don't ever listen to the show, really. But I should go listen to that because it is funny that I didn't even think of this until you said it right now because I was talking to Amanda about those mics and I said, well, this last episode, Mike was using the DJI wireless mics, trying those out or whatever, yada, yada. And I made the comment, I was like, he sounded a little flatter than he normally does. Like it didn't have as much resonance, like as much as his, I don't know the right word for this, but you know what I'm getting at. Like there wasn't as much resonance on your end, like there is now. Like you sound more like you than with those. Like it wasn't completely squashed, but it did roll off some frequency somewhere.
Right.
But it sounded good because I was like, if they didn't sound good, there's no way we would have kept recording the whole show with them. Because I'm like, nope, got to get rid of that crap. Hold on, let me see if I can log in as you because that login
as me.
Yeah, because I logged in as me. Let's see.
I might need to just reinvite you to it from when I screwed up and dropped all the tip jar subscribers.
That might be it.
That's why I was wondering if you had access to it.
I just kind of assumed it was still there and never even thought about it.
Oh. See, it's a good thing we check these things now.
I was going to check before you
I
left.
guess. Oh,
Yeah, I was going to check before you left because I was going to most likely upload the next episode before you even left just to make sure I didn't screw up something too, because I ain't going to be able to just call you and be like, hey, Mike, there's a checkbox that says this. What the hell does that mean?
oh, I guess I could have looked and it says no collaborators have been added. I'm guessing it's .com. All right, you have access now. You just have to go accept that. You should have had an email.
All right, will do. Yeah.
So,
to echo what
then
Mike
you can
said,
look
though.
at the stats.
Oh, yeah, I can look at the stats. We're still not getting YouTube stats. We got to figure that out. Let me drop a note. Where's Pinecast Matt at on this page?
At the very
I
bottom.
do hate this Safari, man. I got to fix this. I'm used
What's wrong with it?
I'm used to VO in to jump over to the window
tabs
area.
at the bottom?
And the tabs are over there in the way now. And
Can you move those?
I believe so. I just hadn't looked yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to look right now because I can't stand it. For new listeners, I am the crotchety one. Mike is the more
Tolerable
outgoing, less impatient one of us. Basically, he's the young guy and I'm the old guy. We'll make it that's simple. But thank all the new listeners that have joined in. I appreciate those longtime listeners that have been sharing the show and telling people about the show. Shout out to Double Tap, and now I'm going to stop talking because I'm trying to figure out how to make these freaking tabs move because that is super annoying.
I tried toggling the always show tab bar in the view menu in Safari, and that did nothing.
No, that's not it. I'm in preferences. Privacy. No, that's not good. Advanced, maybe?
It might be something you can't change.
It might be.
That's a disappointment. If you know how to get rid of this tab bar at the bottom of Safari,
hey,
send us an email.
Yeah, send us an email at feedback@technicallyworking.show because this is going to drive me like, all in all, I don't notice very much different in 26 compared to 15 other than the screen sharing thing is cool. And it saved me some money. Haha. Should have sponsored my show. Let's see. Nope, that didn't do me. Nope. Okay, so it's not going to let me. Can I drag it? We're going to mouse down on it and drag it over here. And I want you to go back right there.
So,
Nope.
if you go into full screen, it fixes it.
Yeah, but nobody wants to browse like that in full screen. That's weird. And it does weird stuff to your command tab switcher and crap. That should not be the solution.
But I command tabbed out of Safari and then I command tab back into Safari and it's still there. Like the tab bar's gone. It's not gone. It's moved before the HTML.
Oh, see, I wonder why it's... I wonder... Oh, hold on. That gives me another idea. Let's see. How do I do this? VO shift. Yep, resize. Move right edge. Let me make the window bigger. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, I'll have to play around with that. But yes, listeners, if any of you have an idea. So here's the issue, right? Like the tab bar used to be right after the little toolbar area, and that's where I prefer it to be. So if I were for some reason in the address bar elsewhere, I could just do VO. What is the command? Because I don't remember it now.
I tried to resize and move to full view of the screen, and that didn't do anything. So far, the only way I've found to get it to hide it or to get it out of that area is to switch to full screen.
Oh, they got a lot more stuff in the Safari menu than used to be there.
So now I'm going to go to Chat GPT in full screen and say, hey, how are you? Hey, Michael, I'm doing great. How about you? How's your weekend going so far? How do you know it's the weekend, Chat GPT?
Oh, man, you got to read that Harper article.
Okay, I'll read that. Probably tomorrow when I'm working hard. Oh.
Man. No, you got to read it now, man.
All right, I'll go read it.
It is funny. I will put you a marker here so you ain't got to figure out where we kind of start fucking around at.
So do we want to thank our listeners and wrap it up?
We did that. We thanked them already.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
But we didn't give them the... I didn't know we thanked the tip jar subscribers.
Oh, no, we ain't did that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we got to thank the tip jar people because, All right. We want to also thank our tip jar supporters. For those of you who are new here, you can go to technicallyworking.show and click on the support us link, and that will let you become a tip jar supporter. That does get you bonus content. I'd say fairly routinely, we try to at least get something out. You also get the show released to you early, generally, unless I'm screwing around and then we have to record on Sunday and then you don't get it early because Mike still has edited. But generally, you get your show early. We also drop in bonus content from time to time. There will be more of that going on. I got to tell Mike about it. Matter of fact, we're going to have a little bonus content for you this episode because I got to tell Mike about my meta glasses and what happened. But, and listen, as Mike said, we don't advocate spending money you don't have. And the best way to support us, period, is just listen to the show and share it and provide feedback. Give us your comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. I know I sound like an angry person sometimes, but I'm really not going to, what's the internet word? I don't know. I'm old. I'm not going to curse you out over the email because you said you didn't like this or you hate that, right? Might ignore you and not respond to you at all, but that's different. But thanks to everybody who listens, especially to our tip jar supporters, because you could be spending your money just about anywhere else. And the fact that you choose to share a little bit of that with us, we appreciate it. We have some great supporters, great tip jar supporters. And just because, shout out to tip jar, subscriber number 1. Because you were the first. Thanks to everybody for listening. As we have said several times in this episode, you can send us email feedback to feedback@technicallyworking.show. And that's it. That's the end of it. There's nothing that comes after the show. Just to be clear, don't try tacking on extra stuff because then it won't work. It is just feedback@technicallyworking.show. And as you heard, if Mike doesn't cut that part out of the episode, I check this email fairly routinely to the point that when the badge increases from the number that it is, I notice. And I'm like, oh, we got new email. Except this is just some random crap from somebody trying to advertise to us. I'm like, oh, you should have this person on your show to talk about AI solutions in the medical field or something stupid like that. We don't even talk about that kind of stuff. So I have no idea what they think they're doing. Anyway, you can follow us on social media if it's Mastodon. He is Payon, Payown, at dragonscave.space. I am Damashe, that is Damashe at technically.social. And you can follow our bot who also posts links, posts when the episode goes live, for everyone and occasionally posts other stuff, or repost Mike. And that bot can be followed at TW at technically.social. And you can also use the hashtag technically working. We appreciate it if you capitalize the T and the W there just so, screen readers act like they're supposed to. Unless it's an AI voice in it, it'll probably just read whatever it wants to read anyway, but we appreciate it.
All right,
The
so
show's
what's going
over.
on with Meta?
That's the end. It's done. No, there's no outro music. It doesn't exist.
But tip jar subscribers, keep listening.
Absolutely not. No, if you want to send us some, we may entertain that, but no, this is how the show is. You can do whatever you want to do with that. Because I forgot to say this is the show. It started because we really just started today. Like
we just jumped into it. Yeah, yeah.
So my Meta Ray-Bans have gotten into a real funky state.